Hey guys, welcome back to Frenemies. I'm Ian, and we're finally here for more RWBY. It's actually been a couple weeks since I last seen it because time. Anyway, last episode, we met with Ironwood. We weren't in trouble with him. They just didn't know who the stolen ship belonged to. We found out that he told Winter and Penny about, everything. At least everything he knew. Because I forgot that he didn't know that Oscar doesn't actually know how to stop Salem. Excuse me. He also found out that Oz, his spirits come back in Oscar, although it's in hiding right now. He doesn't know why either. We kept that from him. And we also met Aesop's, the group. They seem okay. They seem pretty nice, actually. Hopefully it's not like a facade and they're not actually tools. And we're apparently going to be getting new weaponry and possibly, I'm assuming, clothes and just completely done up entirely with new hairstyles and everything. Hence, the intro. We also have the issue with Tirian and Watts being in town. So, no telling when we'll run into them.
Alright, gather round. Our mission today is to secure the launch site for the Amity Communications Tower. The designated area is an abandoned dust mine. Since its closure, the Grimm have moved in. The good news is all that untouched dust is still down there too. Science team says they'll need it for the first phase of their launch.
Apologies for the mess, and for holding on to your weapons for so long. The upgrades you requested were, well, they were more than I anticipated.
Atlas military huntsmen are already hard at work clearing out the surrounding tundra. But Recon has identified a powerful Geist that's managed to evade destruction and take several lives. After we increased our numbers, the Geist was smart enough to retreat into the mine itself, meaning it's old and extremely dangerous. This is our target.
Your new weapons and armor should be as requested. But I also took the liberty of reviewing your combat footage from the Viral Festival tournament. There's some additional enhancements I'd like to suggest.
All right, Pietro.
But for now, these should serve you well enough.
The mine was a labyrinth back in the day.
This is sentimental,
There's all
though.
sorts of tunnels and chambers the guys can move between. So if we're gonna kill this thing, we'll have to split up and corner it. General Ironwood says you've seen your fair share of combat. I trust that man with my life. So tomorrow, I'll be trusting you all too.
Hey, RWBY.
Hey, about to lie. Oh! God, they look so good. I know we've seen in the intro. What? Oh. Landing technique. I realized that was called the first volume. Okay. Well, they also, I only saw some of their weapons in the intro, or probably all of them, but...
This is my favorite part!
Oh, there's Jaun. Dude. I love this. I don't know why it kind of gives me a pirate feel. I like it. That's cool.
Perhaps you kids won't get yourselves killed after all!
She meant that as a compliment.
This is Alpha Squad.
Ooh.
LZ's clear.
I like the colors.
You've all got fancy new scrolls, so don't forget to use them. Keep your eyes and ears open. I want an update if you encounter the target. Alpha out.
Huh? Sorry, just not used to the new hair yet. Is it bad?
No, it's good. Great, even.
Man, I did not sign up to be a babysitter.
Yeah, well, the rest of us babysit you all the time.
I like her.
It's freezing out here!
Without heating or a projected aura, the cold of Solitas can kill you in a matter of hours. I suddenly don't feel as bad about leaving Oscar behind.
Can we talk about that again?
What about it?
We're really not gonna tell Ironwood what happened to Oz? What we learned about Jin? About Salem?
We are. We will. But you saw how things looked when we flew into Atlas.
The General's heart seems to be in the right place, but that doesn't mean we should trust him yet. We need to play along for a while before we make any major decisions.
It's so much.
Okay. How did Oscar feel about that?
Probably shouldn't keep running around with an ancient relic on a keychain, you know?
But,
I know you'll keep it safe in Atlas.
Ruby, hiding things from Ironwood. Doesn't that feel like what Ozpin did to us?
Gotta say, still not really used to working with other huntsmen in the field.
But you were on a team before, weren't you?
A long time ago.
I really love the style.
I just found working alone tends to be for the best.
Well, I think that's a shame. Alpha here. Give me an update.
The connecting ice tunnels seem clear.
We should be approaching the actual mine any minute now.
This is so exciting! It feels like we're an actual huntsman team!
Oh my god, Red looks so
like
cool.
what you did with your outfit, Ren.
We should probably stay focused on the mission.
I like it. Aww.
Oh, okay.
I like your outfit too.
Bravo, checking in. Hit a bit of a snag.
Come on, Ren.
There's been a cave-in in the main entrance. Not sure if it's recent or was caused by the original accident. Either way, we'll have to do a little problem solving.
Understood. Let us know if you need anything.
You okay?
I just realized where we are. This mine was closed after an explosion. I remember this disaster. Or rather, I remember how furious it made my father. I wish I could take back the years of pain my family has caused the Faunus, and all of my complacency in it.
This society is set up for Faunus to be at the bottom, and humans are willing participants. They benefit from doing nothing to help us, but there are still those who actively abuse us. Anyway, I didn't come over here looking to solve systemic societal issues. Harriet found a gap in the rubble we think one of you could fit through. Ideally, someone with a knack for seeing in the dark?
Oh, of course.
All right, Blake. Take a look around. Is there any dust in the immediate area?
Mine cards, debris. No dust, though.
Great, then it should be safe to blast our way through.
Okay, heading back.
Damn it. Blake, stand back!
What? That's cool.
Don't let it get away!
Exo arms. What is... That doesn't look like it. As a stalker. Oh, there's lots of use. Oh, there's what are this?
That's disgusting.
Yeah! Centipedes. I don't know the name of these. Just centipedes. Oh, that's cool! Nice upgrade. Ooh! Oh, it's a boomerang! Sock would love that. Is that a boomerang chainsaw? Oh, God. That's a semblance. I've ever seen one. God, that's so cool.
This is Bravo. We found the target, but it fled deeper into the mine. Engaging sentinels. Let's pick up the pace.
Contact!
That's such a cool. Oh! It's like kinetic energy. That's probably what it is. It's like grappling on it. Jesus.
A very head-first approach.
Yeah, well, that's just kind of our style.
One left. I got it. Whoa! Your semblance makes you super fast, just like me.
Very cool. Though, based on your reaction time, I'd say I'm a little faster.
This is
All right, calm down.
Engage the target.
All squads, head towards our position.
Oh yeah, the fishing guy. Oh. Yep. One of the huge negatives of a geist.
Wait, stop!
Oh, okay.
Darn it. Target escaped. Last seen headed east. Thanks for the call out. That could have been bad.
Okay, well.
I wouldn't thank me. My semblance brings misfortune. Sometimes I can't keep it under control.
That's so? Well, hey, don't beat yourself up about it. My semblance is good fortune. Lucky you, huh?
For real?
Charlie, Bravo. You should be able to cut off the target at the heart
Or
of the
such a
mine.
thing?
Crow and I won't be far behind.
Or competitive. Huh. Oh. He's holding him.
Everyone use caution.
This room is highly active with dust energy. Triggering it could ruin the launch site.
And vaporize us. How is that always second with you?
I thought the target was supposed to be in here. It added dust to its body? How are we supposed to...
Think about it being able to do that.
Help!
That's so cool. Basically astral arms.
Marrow!
Harriet!
The fastest girl alive. That was cool.
Crap!
What would you guys do without me?
What?
Harriet!
Oh, Ruby. Yeah. One for the
Thought
team.
you said your semblance was like mine.
It is?
I've seen other speed semblances before. That was different. I think there's more going on than you think.
Wait until she sees what she could do with her eyes.
Shh. Secrets.
Lucky catch, huh?
No. I'd chalk that one up to talent. Atlas Control, this is Clover.
I wanna like you.
Mission accomplished.
I feel like it's too easy.
Yeah, thanks for the lift!
Uh-oh. Tirian?
Huh? Whoa! Who are you? Me? Oh, well, I'm someone just like you. Someone who wants to mix things up around here.
We hardly knew ye. Whew. Okay, that was an episode for sure. Jesus. That was like so much to take in at one time. Good lord. Their weapons are so cool and their semblances, we saw them all like... Right? We saw them all already? You know how long did it take us to see everybody's semblance? And the... Well, I guess it didn't take too long. Like of the main group anyway. Actually, no, we kind of didn't see Nora's until the third one, I don't think. So yeah, I mean, we saw everybody's race ops right here. I don't know the name, like what exactly. I know like Marrow, which I believe is the funnest guy. He's got like time stop or slow, or I don't know if it's a manipulation where he can speed it up too. But at the very least, I know he can slow it down. That's kind of scary. Wondering what the limit is, because they all seem to have a limit. I'm wondering what his is necessarily. It's probably just like you can only do it for a short amount of time. I'm wondering how much that takes out of him. And other people seem to be able to affect it. Like he seems to be able to focus it in a spot, and it's not just all around him, which also basically makes like a pocket of manipulated time. And then he also has this really cool gun that turns into a boomerang. And it seems like it's almost a chainsaw boomerang. I think it's just a normal boomerang. But still, well, normal boomerang. But a boomerang made out of a gun. Which is... I wouldn't have expected... I mean, yeah, I wouldn't have expected it. Like, they did it a lot earlier on. Like, I wouldn't have expected a gun to turn to a freaking blunderbuss. Or a sword to turn to a crossbow. They're just real creative with that. And freaking, what's her name? The speedy girl, who's got really cool speed powers, or speed semblance, same thing. Even have like the electricity, just seems so like speedster, like a flash thing. Spat somewhere. She's got these freaking awesome exo arm things, which are really cool. Like they're like a backpack or something that's like kind of reminds me of what was it? Well, I don't know what model it was. It was the Iron Man suit where the suit casing goes like this and extends his arms and it starts to unfold on him. It kind of reminds me of that, just, you know, slightly reversed. And it's only the arms, but still very useful. And I'm not really sure what I think Elm, she might be Elm. Which kind of, their names seem to make sense a lot of times. I don't know about Marrow, exactly what makes his, he said something when he slowed time down, so let me see if I can catch it. Change his stay. That's crazy. Like, we don't really see like an exertion of, like not exertion, but like an exerting of power. Like we don't see an outward effect, like no energy. It just happens. I mean you can't really see time, but I mean like an energy that's it passing through time and affecting it is what I mean. And just kind of giving a visible representation of what is actually affected. That was freaky when they freaking like were spinning at him like that. I don't think I've seen these. If we have, I don't remember. I don't know what they're called. They usually have like they obviously have a different name for all of them. So I don't think I've ever seen this come up yet. Again, I could be wrong, but they all seem to have somewhat kind of their names have something to do with what their semblance in a way. I feel like Harriet, I should know it. Maybe it has something to do with the rabbit. Maybe that has something to do with Speedy. And her hair kind of seems like it, like kind of sort of representative. I could be reaching for that one, but Clover, Elm, and Vine definitely seem their names definitely kind of go to their semblance. Elm, I didn't think about it until I read her name, but I'm assuming she like roots herself into the ground. I didn't know what her feet were turning, like I guess projecting. They were like maybe some like clawed lizard feet or something, but I'm guessing they're like representing tree roots and tree trunks. So she's like, cause she's like this kind of like not a stereotype, but this Olga kind of like character minus the accent. Just this very strong woman, and then her semblance just helps her to keep firm in the ground while she's restraining something, or when she's trying to keep herself from continuing on, or trying not to. And Vine Zeki, I don't know if that's how you say his name right. It seems like astral arms, which is really cool. It's for I'm sure most, well, I don't want to say most of you, for those that play D&D, and that look at the Unearthed Arcana for the monk, kind of seems like that. Like when one of the subclasses for Unearthed Arcana, the monk has the astral way of the astral form or something. I forgot what it's called already. But it kind of reminded me of that, especially since he's kind of monk looking, kind of Zenyatta looking. And also because of the fact that Zenyatta does that, it also reminds me of that as well. But they're like, obviously they're very elastic, and there's not a limit to them because there probably is, but like they're not limited by his own arms because they're made of energy, and he extend them as much as he can. So that was really cool use of those semblances working together. And Clover, come on, the quirk of luck, basically good fortune. Now I'm wondering if that was kind of like sort of a thing between, like, if they're maybe hinting at Crow maybe starting to not fall for this guy, but like appreciate him and then slowly kind of build their way to that, or if it's like a rivalry thing, or maybe he's like why should I be around when there's someone like him, someone that brings bad fortune, just brings misery. This guy will do the exact opposite of that. He'll actually be able to help people. What's the word? I can't think of the word. More effectively, and without the risk of putting them in danger. So I could be going there. I'm not really sure which way it just kind of, the way he was acting towards Crow, Clover, the way he was acting towards Crow, it kind of almost seemed like it was a bit of a, not flirt, but I don't know. I could be misreading that entirely. It just kind of, it kind of almost had that kind of a feel to it, but I could be very wrong. And it may not be going for that at all. But I wouldn't be surprised if people like ship those two together. I don't know. I have to see. Again, these people, like, I really want to like them because they seem really likable. I'm just not sure. They just seem too likable. These kind of shows, they make you paranoid over the years. So you don't know what to trust anymore. You're like, I want to like you guys, but something could be up here, or they could be on the up and up, and then something happens to where they make a turn. You just never know. But sometimes you just gotta kind of like settle down and enjoy what they show to you at the beginning. It's just really hard, and you don't want to get snuck up on it and stabbed in the back. I didn't know that a geist, like, I knew they could I mean, it makes sense. I didn't think about it though. But they're able, I know they're able to like meld with, I guess possess, inanimate objects. You know, anything that's like a tree trunk, rocks, and all that crap. I didn't think about them doing that with dust, but that makes a lot of sense. It's very dangerous, especially in this cave that's basically just radiating dust, and anything could cause it to just go into flame. I'm not going into flames, but explode. And I'm telling how much more powerful that thing that the dust maybe made that grim. But luckily they were able to pick apart the pieces they needed, and Clover was able to pull the freaking guys out of it. Because the mask, I know the mask is something that you can actually hit. That's vulnerable. That's why it always protects his mask. Its face, not a mask. It always protects his face with the other thing that it possesses for its like limbs and everything. Its face is what's vulnerable. I just remembered that. So I was wondering like how he was able to grab onto it, but it's the face is what's vulnerable, what's still tangible. So he's able to hook his fish hook. I don't know. Don't think if we've seen it in gun. Maybe we did. Probably did. But seeing it work, like hey, that is really skilled way of using the freaking fishing pole. I mean, we can see that why they're ASOPs, but man. And I don't know. Again, Harriet, she seems pretty nice. She would be nice, but she's kind of a little. I don't know. She would kind of sort of at first talk down about RWBY's. I mean, she could just be competitive, which is fine. It's just the way she said it. It's like, I'm a little bit faster than you. It's like, okay, it's fine. You don't have to rub it in my face. But then she also brought up that she's seen plenty of speed-related semblences, and hers didn't seem like that. There might be more than she knows. So, because we have definitely seen something strange about her semblance coming upon, like the into the fourth through now. Because before we just saw her like rushing forward, like basically giving her a speed boost, but lately we've seen her kind of like sort of fly with it. So, or at the very least glide up a bit. So, I guess they're kind of addressing that in the. I don't know if that was their intent, or like whenever Monty passed, maybe they took the liberty of what her I keep wanting to say quirk, her semblance does, and then fans didn't take to that maybe. They wanted it to be just the speed boost thing. So maybe they worked into the story here, or maybe that was the plan all along. I don't know. But I guess we'll see where it goes with that. I'm very interested now that they actually addressed it and saying like there might be more than you think, because maybe even to the point of something that we haven't seen cover semblance yet. And she already has her silver eyes. She's just getting, they're just buffing RWBY up at this point. Oh, and I love like their new upgrades. Freaking Yang with her explosive bullets, and they're not like shoot and explode. They're detonate on her. I guess there's a trigger in her gauntlets. That was really cool. And then there's Jaun with his. Well, I was gonna say parachute shield, but it's actually like it's like an energy field, and then it can use it as a kinetic blast, which is super helpful. Because the poor guy hasn't had anything projectile wise, and that definitely helps a little bit. It adds a little bit more of a range to his arsenal, which is something he's kind of needed out of the whole group because he's been nothing. His whole deal has always been close quarters, and he's gotten much better in fighting over the years too. Or I guess how long has it been in this? Because it's been years for us watching, but I think they're still in their first year. Maybe a little more. Dang. But yeah, that, and I don't remember what Nora's is. RWBY's is pretty cool. It like basically switches and like the blade head turns around, and it does this more complicated spin maneuver. I didn't see anything too much like that. It's still cool, but out of the ones that were like just like whoa, me the most was probably Yang's Ren's, just because there was only more to that than original. That I don't think they didn't have like a grappling. Did it? I think it did. I don't remember now. It's been a minute. But yeah, definitely Jaun's. This is probably like the most altered. He always had the sash around him, didn't he? feel like he did. Maybe I'm just having really bad memory. But I don't know what it is with that. It makes him look kind of piratey. I don't know. And all their new duds look really cool too. I know, I'm sorry, I'm going on about all the aesthetics bit of it, but it's so cool. I love just the design of everything. Yang's as against I am normally against these kind of designs where someone's got this rip in their pants. And I know it's a zipper for her, and she's unzipped part of the pants, which hasn't been a thing in a long time. You know, those pants that you could turn to shorts. But the way she did it, I don't know, it looks good. Like she's got one that's completely fastened and one that's down and kind of folded to where it's more like a thigh-length boot. I don't know, the style is good. And then I love Blake's kind of her sort of duster kind of going into the sort of the penguin wings. I forgot what they're called, but it looks really good. All their outfits look great. I love Ren's well, obviously the pink also looks really cool. It just kind of pops in his outfit. That sounds really stupid. And he's got his dad's dagger strapped to his arm now. It just looks so cool. I love what they did with it. It's so good. And I love that Pietro was one that helped. They upgraded it. They didn't chain it to weapons. He upgraded it. So I'm glad that's the case. Because the alteration. I think I'm saying that right. Jesus, that Jaun did to his shield before in Volume 4, I think is what it was obviously in remembrance of Pyrrha. So I don't want them to get rid of that. I'm glad they just added to it. So, and Crow looks sick too. I just love they just all look good. I'm sorry, I'm just going on about their clothes. It's just so refreshing. Just because they had some changes. But some of it's been slightly minor, and it's been a while since they even had a wardrobe change, and it just looks so good. Yeah, Oscar mentioned that he doesn't really feel right about lying to Ironwood, and that it's basically the same thing that Oz did to them, which is true. And I'm with them on that. I don't know how I feel about them having lied to Ironwood, but at the same time, I'm just I don't know how you right now in his state. He's going to lose it. But then again, if we don't, he's going to put a lot of people in danger, and they don't have a plan. They don't have any way to stop Salem. So they should. I mean, as much as normally I probably wouldn't go for telling him, possibly. But seeing as the fact that he's already has a plan in motion of bringing in countless numbers of Grimm to take them on, to kind of dwindle Salem's numbers, we should probably let him know that we don't have a plan to take out Salem. Because that will change things a lot. But I guess for now, guys, that is it for this week's episode of RWBY. Sorry, I thought I wrote something else, but it's not. I thought I wrote Sentinel, but it's Sentimental. So next week's episode, if you want to stick around for that, click the subscribe button, enunciate. But if you want to see next week's episode early, check out our Patreon. To all the early access stuff we have going up. And that's starting up again, so